Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Ankit and today we are gonna see simple steps to be a millionaire. Please note the steps are simple, however executing them consistently is not easy. Well, we all wonder how to be a millionaire. I do too and have watched many videos and read a lot on the same. But what I have seen is many of us, including me, focus on short-term gains or how can we be a millionaire in a month or a year. Well, if you want to be a millionaire in a month, I don't know that. However, I do know how one can be a millionaire if they follow some simple things consistently for at least 10 years. I know 10 years sounds a lot and many of you will close this video and consider watching something else. But trust me, 10 years will go by in a blink of an eye. And if you invest your 15 minutes in this video, it will definitely help you improve your financial situation down the road. Well, in this video, I want to share with you the basic concept which you can adapt as per your situation. But before we check how we can be a millionaire, let's assume we are a millionaire and see how financial independence looks like. It's a simple compound interest calculator and I'm putting 1 million as initial balance. I am assuming here that I am getting 10% annual return. I will tell you where you can invest to get that return. As I do not want to work anymore and I need 6,000 every month to live, I will withdraw 6,000 every month and increase the amount as per inflation. So let's check how our investment will look like after 10 years. Oh, it actually increased. Well, for some people 6,000 won't be a big amount and for some it's more than enough. I think 6,000 is enough for me to live a decent life. I can live in a nice house, drive a decent car and have enough money to spend on shopping or go to a restaurant. And I do not have to work at all. Well, I just wanted to give you a glimpse of how life could be and why the effort that you will put in for 10 years be worth it. So now we got a picture in our mind and let's see how we can achieve it. If you are someone who just started working and is in mid-20s and want to retire in your 40s, then just do one simple thing, invest 1500 euros every month in S&P 500 for 20 years continuously. And guess what? It will worth $1 million by the end of 20 years. Increasing or decreasing your monthly installment will make the time to reach that million mark shorter or longer. Well, isn't that simple? It's not a rocket science. Difficult part is to invest that amount every month. Difficult is not touching your investment when it is 50% down or 50% up. Difficult is to keep your cool during the times of uncertainties like we are seeing right now. Well, some of you are wondering why invest in S&P 500. Well, you don't have to. Invest in any product that gives an average annual return of 10% or more. S&P 500 just happens to be one of them. Now, let's come to the part where we do not want to wait for 20 years. So how can we reduce that time? To explain that idea, I will make some assumptions. I will be investing in two products, stocks and real estate. You can choose different products as long as they match the properties I'll be explaining below. My first assumption is that you have inherited or saved or just happen to have 65,000 with you. If you have more or less only means you can achieve that 1 million mark sooner or later. It's not a prerequisite, but I have to start from somewhere. My second assumption is that you have 3,000 to invest every month. Again, some may have more, some may have less, doesn't matter. Important is to understand the idea and you can adjust it as per your financial situation to reduce the time it takes to achieve 1 million goal. So what will I do with that 65,000? First, I will buy a property and will take a mortgage for the entire amount. Let's assume I bought a 2-room apartment for 250,000. Currently in Germany, we have historically lowest interest rates. Hence, I got an offer with 1% annual interest fixed for 10 years. This mortgage conditions will be different in different countries, but here in Germany, I can get this mortgage condition easily. Next, I will need 10% of 250,000 as additional costs, which will include land transfer tax, registry fees, etc. So from our saving, 25,000 will be invested in real estate. Next, we will check the expenses of owning an apartment. I am considering the expenses and rental income keeping the city Stuttgart in Germany as reference. Adjust is as per your country and city. So here in Stuttgart, I have to pay approximately 200 as monthly fee to the house union, which will cover my water bills, heating, cleaning, insurance of the building, the normal maintenance of the common areas of the building. Then I keep aside 100 euros as maintenance of the apartment or any unknown renovations that may occur during the time I own the apartment. Next, 190 euros I have to pay as mortgage interest every month, 60 euros for electricity, 50 euros in taxes. So in all, 600 euros is my total expense per month for this apartment. And the rent that I can get for such an apartment in Stuttgart is around 1200 euros. So now I have increased my income by 600 euros every month. That is 1200 rent minus 600 as expenses, which leave me 600 as my income. I will take 1400 from my personal income and 600 that I am getting from rent. Therefore, I can pay a monthly installment of 1000 every month and can save 1000 every month to pay a lump sum amount of 12,000 once every year. This extra payment is optional in Germany and we will pay it as it reduces the effective interest rate and pays off our mortgage early. Next, I will invest 40,000 in stocks and we are not touching them for 10 years. I will also invest 1600 every month consistently for 10 years. Again, I am investing in S&P 500 in this example to keep things simple. So let's see how much our investment in stocks and real estate will worth after 10 years. Here we can see our investment in stocks will worth 409k by the end of 10 years. And to check how our real estate investment will look after 10 years, let's first check how much mortgage we will owe to the bank. So here we can see we will owe around 24,000 to bank. In Germany, real estate market is growing on an average 5% every year. So by 10 years, our property will worth around 407,000. And our share in that property will be its value minus what we owe to the bank, which is 407,000 minus 24,000. So our net worth in real estate will be 383,000. So if we have invested in only stocks and one property, we will worth approximately 792,000 after 10 years. Well, at least theoretically. But I want to reach that 1 million mark. So what will I do next is, I'll buy another property after 2 years. So if you have funds, you can buy even earlier or you can buy later. In this example, I'm gonna buy another property after 2 years. So to keep things simple, I will assume that we bought a similar apartment at a similar rate. So the purchase price of our first apartment we bought was 250,000 and prices are rising approximately 5% per annum. Therefore, after 2 years, the same apartment will worth around 275,000. Now, as we were paying 2,000 every month to the bank to pay off the mortgage of our first apartment, in 2 years we have paid off 43,000 of our mortgage. Therefore, bank will not hesitate to give us 100% financing for our next apartment and will also be ready to cover the 10% extra payments that we have to bring from our pockets. Assuming the mortgage conditions, expenses and rent of the second apartment also be same as that of the first apartment, I have increased my income by 600 from second property. So let's see how our financial situation will be after 10 years. So I contributed 2,000 to first property for first 2 years. From third year, I have to reduce it to cover the mortgage of second property. I am getting 600 extra from rent. So I have to contribute 400 from my own pocket. So the contribution to first apartment will reduce by 400 to 1600 euros every month. If you will observe, you will see our monthly contribution has increased to 4200 euros per month, in which we are pooling 3000 from our pocket and 1200 comes from renting 2 properties. So reevaluating how much we have paid for first property in 10 years and second property after 7 years, we can see that we have 64,000 left for first property and 227,000 left for the second. Again, how much we will own in these two properties is the property value after 10 years minus the amount we owe to bank. Now, if we check again, our net worth now has increased to 932,000, closer to 1 million. Again, it's not 1 million. So to reach that 1 million mark, we have to do one last thing. We will buy one last apartment after 5 years. Again, I am assuming that I bought a similar apartment with the same expenses, same mortgage conditions and same rent. So our income is increased again by 600. Now we have to reduce the contribution to our first property further to cover the mortgage of third property. So our financial situation will look like this. And you can see we have reached our 1 million mark, at least theoretically. And after 10 years, you have many options. You can either sell your property tax-free and pay off your mortgage and invest the profit in stocks, or you can do something like this. You can stop contributing to stocks and instead withdraw 1,000 from your stock investment every month. Use this extra cash to pay off your mortgages. You will be able to pay all your mortgages within 5 to 7 years. Well, I know I have assumed a lot of things and ignored inflation and taxes to keep things simple. In real life, things won't be this straightforward. You won't be getting similar apartments. There will be unknown renovations. There will be unknown things happening in your life. But the purpose was to explain you the concept, which is simple maths. Based on where you live and your income, adapt the plan, adjust the goal as per your needs or wish. Your goal can be to reach 100,000 or 500,000 or maybe 2 million or 10 million. Just make a plan to reach that goal and stick with it. Having a plan will increase your chances to reach your goal tremendously. It's like the saying goes, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Hence, try to increase your income, be creative. For software engineers and students, get your hands dirty in freelancing. If you are good at any damn thing like making people laugh, singing, or do it yourself stuff, I mean anything, then explore YouTube. Competition is tough out there, but if you have a plan and you are determined, you can do it. Many have done it, and if they can, we can.